Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Just a recent finds video, as always. Just kind of, things I've picked up since the last recent finds video, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever that was. Nothing like absolutely crazy here, but definitely some stuff I'm very happy to get in my collection, including some VCLT thanks that I want to give on a few things here. First one I want to mention actually is Chris Profi. I want to give him a big VCLT thanks. He sent me a package the other day, which I believe is kind of like a Christmas gift that he sent. So Chris, I actually decided not to open it yet. I'm actually going to wait until Christmas to open it, unless there's some reason you tell me I need to open it before. But yeah, I just want to make sure I gave you a big thanks for that. You actually have something on the way yourself, so really appreciate that. And another big VCLT thanks goes to the one and only concert buddy Chance here in the VC. If you're not familiar with him, just like Chris Profi, go check out Chris Profi's channel. Go check out Concert Buddy, and Buddy spelled Buddie. Go check out his channel, another great one. He and I had lunch the other day, and it's always great just sitting around shooting the crap with him, because he's just one of those guys, just always a pleasure to be around. Energy's always positive, and it's just kind of just a fun guy to be around. That's just kind of the best way to put it. And as he oftentimes will do, he'll sneak in bearing gifts, and I wasn't aware he was even bringing anything, but he hooked me up with this right here, which is just a beautiful Vinyl Me Please copy of Usher's Confessions. This is his release from 2004. The Vinyl Me Please is a 2021 pressing, but the album is from 2004. And yeah, he just recalled that I had been eyeing it one time when he and I were together, and just thought I might like it, and he was right. So awesome 2 LP set right there from just one of the classic albums of that time. So awesome addition to the collection. I mean, when he VCLTs, he's like no joke. So beautiful piece there. So thanks a lot, Chance, man. I really appreciate it. And then the last VCLT thanks I want to give is to my mother. Okay. She's not into vinyl or knows nothing about the vinyl world or anything like that. But what she knows is that her son is absolutely crazy and insane about music. So when she's out and about, at little shops she goes to and things of that nature, anything that revolves around music, from calendars to books or whatever, she just picks them up and gives them to me. And she's like, if it's something you like, great. But if not, it's not like I spent a lot of money on it. So usually it's a lot of books, but this time she said she was looking at this place and they had a bunch of records for $2 a piece, and she went ahead and picked these up. She's like, I don't know if you'd want them or not, but they were only $2 a piece. And so check out what she got. I mean, Target exclusive copy of McCartney 3, sealed copy. A little tear in the shrink there, of course, but sealed copy, $2, which again, I'll take that any day. So that was a great one there. And then another album that I've been meaning to pick up for quite some time and just never kind of put it all the way on my priority list, but Leon Bridges, and this is Gold Digger Sound. This was his release from 2021. So again, she found a beautiful sealed copy for only $2, which was just perfect because I've so been wanting to get this in my collection. Leon, to me, is kind of like a modern day R&B singer that's really kind of going back to the old school sound. So again, great one right there. I was so happy when she pulled that one out. She also got me this copy of Respect by Jennifer Hudson, the soundtrack to the movie Respect about Aretha Franklin. So again, $2, I will take it. And last but not least, she picked up this Barbra Streisand Release Me. Not familiar with this one at all, but it looks like a bunch of common songs on here, so it'd be kind of interesting to give a listen to and check it out. But again, it's just kind of some very cool pickups from Mom. So thank you, Mommy, appreciate that. One release I was pretty excited about. I mean, this is a UK import, unofficial pressing, but still it completes my vinyl collection, and you guys know how hard it is to get an OG of this, and I kind of refuse to even consider paying for the picture disc. So this is an unofficial import, but I mean, man, does it absolutely sound fantastic. And really up to about 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was the most anti unofficial guy you would meet. Like, I didn't want anything in my collection, and the only two things I had that were unofficial, I was kind of tricked into buying because it wasn't stated that they were unofficial pressings when I bought them. But since these UK imports have been coming out over the last year and a half or 2 years, they have been making fantastic stuff, like the albums that we have been wanting and craving for years, and the pressings sound wonderful, which is, ultimately what it comes down to. So yeah, to finally have Euthanasia in the collection on blue vinyl, it's just like a bluish purple vinyl. Absolute awesome grab there. So if you can get your hands on one of these, I said that they do sound absolutely perfect. So pumped about that one, which actually helps me complete my Megadeth collection because now I have all the studio albums on vinyl, which is cool. So moving right along, another kind of leftover pickup that I got from this past record store day, EPMD, We Mean Business. One of my favorite hip hop bands, from back in the day. When Strictly Business came out, that was just one of those albums that just blew me away, and I could not stop playing it. For about 6 months straight, the only two tapes that hit my tape deck were EPMD, Strictly Business, and Van Halen 5150. And it's like I could not stop listening to either one of those albums. So this is just one of their later albums here from 2008. We Mean Business. And again, just another awesome hip hop group that really kind of focused on that old school kind of funky type of samples and things like that. They just made their stuff really groovy and smooth. So great addition to the EPMD collection. Next here, another long-awaited piece, which is Kenny Wayne Shepherd. This is Trouble Is 25. For those that maybe really like this album prior, and it was one of my favorites back in the day. This came out in 1997. I used to listen to this all the time. You'll notice that it's a different cover, right? And also the name of the other album was just Trouble, and Trouble 25 is, of course, the 25th anniversary. So I didn't notice this when I first grabbed it, but it's basically the 25th anniversary, everything completely re-recorded. So when I saw that after I got it, I was a little bit like, is it going to be totally different versions from what I remember from just the original album? But they actually did a very good job of going back and staying true to the original album. And when you listen to it, if anything, it sounds like maybe you're listening to a remastered version, but it's not different. Like even the notes and the licks and a lot of the guitar solos are still the exact same as the previous album. So I was very happy that it seems like they did it right. They didn't change it and try to give us some new Trouble album. It's just like the old school. It just sounds remastered. So that was really awesome. So great album there, and of course you got the gigantic hit on here, Blue on Black. But just that kind of rocky, upbeat blues throughout most of the album, a blues rock album. So another really great addition there. So glad they finally got that pressed. Picked this one up too the other day when I was working at the shop. A nice, beautiful OG copy of Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. Beautiful 1975 press, excellent plus across the board. Whenever we have like nice stuff like this come into the shop, the one thing that we always do is give our customers a chance first. So I knew we were putting this out. I'd actually priced it the weekend before, and it was just kind of one of those, when we put it out, if it's still there after 2:00, then we can get our hands on it, kind of thing. And so it sat there all morning and no one had picked it up when we did our release and our flip videos and all of that. So I was like, I think I'm going to go ahead and snag that one. Just a beautiful OG copy, and a great one to have in the collection. A 75 US pressing. Grand Funk, another great one addition to the collection here. Again, just a good, solid, just kind of classic rock, kind of bluesy rock, kind of southern rock, a little bit of everything kind of mixed in. This is from 1969. I keep trying to upgrade these each time I can find a slightly better version, because I've never found an absolute near mint copy of this. So that was kind of a nice upgrade piece, and when I find another one that maybe doesn't have the ring wear there, that'll be a great upgrade again. But this will get me by until then. But great album there. Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. This is Ghost of a Dog. Honestly, I'm not as familiar with this album at all. You know, I know some of their other stuff, but this is their album from 1990 that I'm not as familiar with. So I kind of got this as a blind buy, and I'll give it a spin, and we'll kind of see where it goes. But that's a 1990 German pressing right there of, you know, pretty cool group. If it's anything like their other stuff, I'll definitely end up liking it. Saigon Kick, The Lizard, you know, another classic album from kind of that early 90s period, from 1992. Of course, on here, like, I think the big hit was Love Is on the Way, was kind of the big hit off of that, but another cool one to, you know, to have repressed there, which was awesome. A couple of the new Tone Poets, Picture of Heath, you know, blah blah blah. Chuck Baker, Art Pepper, Phil Urso, you know, just another one of those classic Tone Poets from 1956. And wasn't there another Tone Poet I had? Yeah, there was two I picked up this time. Then I also grabbed this past week when I worked, which is Blue Mitchell. You know, Bring It Home to Me, just some more of that classic Blue Note, you know, beautiful sax, wonderful sax player. You know, this from 1966. There's another just fantastic, awesome Blue Note pressing there. Yeah, so this past week I definitely got 4 like really kind of cool records with those 2 Blue Notes. Also picked up this one here, which is Warrant, Cherry Pie, the new music on vinyl pressing. And I do have an OG copy of this, but, you know, to finally get an official reissue, it's kind of hard to pass up not wanting to grab one of these as well. And so I went ahead and picked up that. Let's see, and then the last 3 here. What do we got? Okay, let's do this one first. This is one that I picked up at a place I've been hitting quite a bit lately, which is Hit Street Records, which is located in Columbia, Missouri. I picked up the Marshall Tucker Band. This is the Greatest Hits. We actually got this album in the shop a few weeks ago, and just kind of give it a spin. And it was just like, I don't know, it's just something about it. Like, I just forgot how good, like, almost every single song is on this album. It was just such a wonderful listen. I was like, I got to go out and find a near mint copy of that. So I've been searching for a few weeks and finally came across one over at Hit Records. But with songs like, you know, Can't You See, Heard It in a Love Song, Ramblin', Fire on the Mountain. I mean, just some really good, just kind of southern rockish kind of stuff that, I don't know, it's just something about revisiting this just hit the spot when I spun it that day. So fantastic album there. And then we have the 2 cellos, and this is Dedicated. This is another music on vinyl pressing. If you're not familiar with the 2 cellos, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's 2 guys playing the cello, but a very, very kind of modern, you know, kind of thing. I actually saw them in concert a few years ago, and it's kind of like a really entertaining, you know, kind of upbeat, and, you know, you have visuals, and, you know, they're playing the cellos like they're playing electric guitars and that type of thing. And it was kind of cool because, you know, when I saw them in concert, they were doing things like, you know, they were covering like Iron Maiden songs and AC/DC stuff. Like they'll cover a lot of popular music and things like that. It's just 2 guys that can play doing, you know, doing a lot of different fun stuff. So anyway, this is their 2021 release, Dedicated. So very cool. Highly recommend checking them out if you've never seen or heard of them before. And last but not least, Creed, My Own Prison. You know, Kraft finally put out an official pressing of this. You know, there was an unofficial that came out not too long ago, but definitely cool that the official's finally out. I hope they hit all of their albums. You know, I have an OG of their Human Clay, but then like the 2 albums that came after that, like I would love to get some OG pressings of those as well, because matter of fact, I would love to have a Creed box set. I think that would be, I know that's like sacrilegious to say, but Creed is an awesome band. I don't care what anybody says. They are an awesome band. Easy to see how people could get tired of them, you know, because it is kind of their style, their thing. When you hear them, you know it's them kind of thing. But I've always said the thing that's made them magical is the fact that they were able to take like stadium type of rock, like stuff that the type of music that can fill a stadium, right? You could rock 30,000 people, but at the same time, they could make it extremely emotional music. And there's just not a lot of bands that can do that, that can go that big, but also have like the emotions of a ballad. And Creed had that formula. They could do that. And that was something special that, quite frankly, a lot of bands just could not do, even if they wanted to. It was just something that they had. So I give them props for that, and I think they were fantastic. So great one there as well. So anyway, there you go, VC. Those are some recent finds, and as always, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.